Hello everyone, I'm Gino de los Reyes and welcome back to another episode of Agri with the Agripreneurs, inspiring entrepreneurial stories you should hear. For our second episode, we are in for something fresh and fragrant. We have invited two inspiring people who have the knowledge when it comes to scents. Let us welcome two out of the three founders of the country's first ever rice-based solid perfume, Pete and Alia, Miss Chansley and Mr. Bridgely.
Thank you,
Hello.
Gino, for having us.
I like that intro. Very exciting.
Kamusta naman kayo today?
We're feeling great, actually. Thank you for asking. We're so excited to have this interview with you and inspire other sustainable brands as well.
Okay, so tell us about your business. What is it all about?
You know what?
Okay,
Pete
our
and
our
Aya,
motto is the first ever rice brand, rice-based solid perfume. So essentially, we're a fragrance company, but it's solidified. Our scents, we have a range of scents and all based on personalities and preferences. And it's rice-based because our product is from rice bran wax, which we can discuss later on.
Alia means others. It's not the name of a person, but rather the idea that we're always giving back to other people rather than just thinking about ourselves as well.
Okay, so what inspired you to create this sustainable business of yours?
Well, kasi it all started with me being a perfume connoisseur. And of course, with that said, I always loved collecting perfumes, name it, Versace, Bulgari, and all that. But over time, it's not sustainable money-wise, okay? Financial-wise muna. And because I'm also a student, an architecture student, so I wanted a fragrance that would be quality but also not too expensive for me. It all started as a selfish kind of motive, but over time I learned that there are different needs, not just the longevity and quality of the perfume, but also there are many people that are sensitive, that have sensitive noses, which brought us to the idea of oil-based perfume, because the idea of alcohol-based perfumes, it sometimes can get irritating to the nose or the skin depending on, of course, the person. Some people can tolerate it, a lot of people don't like it. So we went for an oil-based, which is actually for most solid perfumes and other oil-based perfumes out there. Or the idea that they want to reapply throughout the day, but then they can't because it might spill in their bag, etc., etc. So over time, we've learned that there's really more than just us, and then there's also the side of the world as well. So that includes also, of course, your eco-friendliness, your green thumb, stuff like that. So we really encourage people to be sustainable, because this is really more than just a one person kind of journey. This requires the world. What we did was that while solid perfumes have been around for a long time, we innovated it to something more Pinoy. Well, at least something more sustainable, which is that it is made of rice bran wax, a byproduct of the Philippine rice consumption. So while we're eating our rice, we're also using the byproducts, which are normally discarded as trash or used for something else, and made into something luxurious for people to use as well.
Okay, it seems to me that you really know a lot about, running a business. So is this your first time of running your business?
Yes, actually, it's our first time running a business.
Wait, have you had any experiences before, like, about business? Like a small store siguro nung project ng mga bata, parang ganun. Kasi parang ang dami yung alam eh.
Kasi I think if you're going to refer to business like say for example marketing and all that, no, this is our first time. But in terms of the idea of fragrances, we come from a family of chemists and designers. So yeah, so imagine mo, we actually have like a background like based on our grandmother, for example, and my mother used to do it as hobbies as well. So I used to go with them to different perfumery stores and stuff like that. So I'm able to learn a lot, and so I just kind of like went through it.
So I'm sure that you're really proud about your product. So what are you most proud about sa products nyo?
Right now, what we have are solid perfumes, and we have right now 2 collections. The first collection is the essentials, which we have 6 different scents. Like my sister says, it's all about creating different personalities for each person, of course. And then we also have two new scents from the Cheers line. This is the second collection, which is a more sophisticated line. So it's we would like to call it more elevated. So it's running towards being one of our better scents talaga and best-selling scents.
Although I think what's best about our product is actually the fact na it's based off of people. Kasi I'm sure you've noticed that our fragrances are actually named after names, real names. Like for example, Blair. And it's because we believe na these perfumes have their own sort of personality.
And we can,
many
yes, and we kind of see them in these.
They're like actual people, right? And I think what's best about this is that it doesn't really just bring out what people think of themselves now, but what people aspire to become.
Yes, exactly. So actually, following up with that, we actually have a quiz online which you can take so that you know your ideal scent from us. Obviously, because you can't really smell scents online, so this is how we try to help people find their own scent from us. So we have a quiz, and then basically it asks you your personality and who you want to be, and also what kind of scents you like. So it will lead you talaga to the kind of scent. And for some reason naman, it's really accurate, and people really like it talaga, the quiz, and they say it's very accurate.
Knowing that this is your first time running a business, I'm pretty much sure that there are challenges that you are facing. So what are some of the biggest challenges that you encountered while running the sustainable business? And afterwards, walk us through on how you were able to overcome them.
Ayun. Actually, one natural problem that would occur is that we are a fragrance company and we're selling it online. So how will people smell our fragrance? Diba? That is a problem, especially nagka-pandemic pa. So kahit na mag-set up kami ng store, people can't go out to buy naman. So, ang ginawa namin, like we said, we made a quiz. But other than that, we had to make sure na masatisfy rin yung other senses mo. For example, if you can't satisfy your smelling sense right now, what you can do, maybe gumawa kami ng Spotify music playlist rather for each of our scent, so you can sort of understand what
it would smell like.
What
through the sense of
like the personality of the person who would be listening to this music, if yung ito yung scent niya. So parang talaga siya, trying to sort of paint a picture of what the person is or how the scent would smell like on that person.
That goes as well as with our description. So we make sure we're very specific with our words so that when people read it, it really reads like the scent.
Okay, grabe ang creative nun. So, sobra parang, ayun nga, since wala nga yung smell, so sa iba talaga ayaw pumunta, sa ibang senses talaga ayaw pumunta. Wait, sorry. Na-amaze lang talaga ako kasi ang creative nun.
Thank you. It was a lot of work.
Okay, so move on tayo sa realizations nyo naman dun sa mga challenges na face mo.
With every company, I'm sure there is always a struggle of ordering supplies and ordering stocks and stuff like that. And then there is the idea of low MOQ or low in actual price. Kasi obviously, if you have low MOQ, which is minimum order quantity, obviously, it's going to be higher price when you buy it. And so kapag mas mataas yung in-order mo, mas mababa din yung presyo, obviously. So there should be a balance all the time of how much you buy. And as a starting kind of company last year, startup company, we really did not know how many people will like this, especially like we said, fragrance, tapos solid, not very famous, and it's something that you have to buy online, which is difficult. So ayun, but gladly we were able to overcome this, and we kind of learned along the way that we just gotta have to risk something. We're just very fortunate that we live in a house, and I'm sure a lot of the people watching today also live with their families. So hanggat kaya, and you can actually be called a privileged person, you use your privilege to help other people and to grow your business so that it can be something bigger. You can invest something more important.
We recently know about your award, which is the Best Rice Brand, Solid Perfume Brand, and Q Asia's Seal of Quality Excellence and Seal of Product and Quality Service at the 18th Pew Asia's Quality Excellence Award 2020. So, can you describe to us how you felt nung na-receive niyo yun, yung award na yun, at this stage of your business?
Well, of course, we were excited when we first got the news. Actually, he was the one who first read about that news text. And to be honest, it's been a long time na rin, no? It's been a couple of months since that award. And now that I look back at it, it feels more like it was the time that really made us think na, wow, we are so close yet so far to our journey. We have taken the first step to reaching a certain goal, to reaching bigger plans, and that's when we sort of started making these whole different plans for Pete and Alia, and it was, I don't know. Do you get that feeling of gratitude?
To give her story a background, when we started this company, we actually wrote a lot of goals, like some short-term and long-term goals, ganon. And we wrote, like, for example, we would sell like 30 perfumes a month lang. Like, we were like, okay now with that, just to be able to break even for the first few months, because we understand that it's really hard to sell. But we were expecting maybe in a year we'd start selling like over 50 ganon. But then over the course of such a small amount of time, we were able to surpass more than 100. So we were like, iba talaga. So it was so fast. So you asking us the question, how did we feel about the award? It's kind of unfair. Ang daming emotions. We would be sitting here for more than 20 minutes if we had to tell you how we felt. Talaga. So it's very humbling.
Okay, feel ko nga talaga yung excitement nyo dun sa award na yun. Kasi our end, like, if meron na akong goals na sinet, tas within the smaller time frame na sinet ko, at na-achieve ko pa na mas mataas yun sa goals ko, I'd be amazed din sa sa capabilities ko rin ng ganun. Tapos ayun nga, ma-receive pa ako ng award na magka-highlight nung naging achievements ko.
Yes.
Feel ko yung excitement ko ngayon dahil
more to come talaga.
Okay. So, hopefully, syempre, no? Ayun. Do you consider yourself successful since you won this award?
Like we said nga, no, we have so many more goals in mind. Since the award, we've written new goals, and while we're happy about it, at the end of the day, we put the award back in its box, and then we store it away so that we can be humbled again and start from scratch and work our way up again. Because really, there's no such thing as a true success. There's always just up and up and up. So, but I'm sure there's a time where we'll say na finally we're successful. But even at that stage, I'm sure there's more goals to achieve pa. So right now, we're still...
I agree, kasi ayun nga, hindi ka dapat tumitigil sa pag-strive or pag-work ng hard kahit na marami ka nang nakamit. So what is your key ba to this success or to what you've achieved so far?
I think it's just doing what you love. Because in the end of the day, if you don't love what you do, mapapagod ka lang.
You don't understand how many heartbreaks this has cost us. Like how many sleepless nights it's cost us. And we're not even talking about the idea of packaging this, okay? We're talking about just starting it alone. The problems along the way. If, say, for example, there's a problem with delivery, the next day, it's really heartbreaking that for example, the customer doesn't get the right order. And as much as it's not about the money for us. It's really the idea that we wanted them to receive the box and open it and it's the right order. So there are those heartaches in those days that we have to, just contain our sadness for that moment and then decide, okay, I have to do what's right. Then resend them the package for free, of course. And then just keep going. So it's about just loving what you do. And then when you feel heartaches, you just have to just keep them going. Sabi nga ni Dory, just keep swimming.
Okay, so very inspiring tong part na to kasi ayun nga, not a lot of people are doing what they love when it comes to earning money. Not a lot of people are following their passion when it comes to this. Pero you guys were brave enough to take the risk and follow your passion. So I believe this was one of the key to your successes talaga or to what you've achieved so far. So, ayun, what else pala do you want to achieve for your brand in the future?
Secret. Charot.
No, actually, we want to expand more so that we're able to also cater the other parts of. Kasi like we said, our main goal is to become like our hashtag smells like you.
Mhm.
It's all about being your best self. So we want to expand more on the other aspects that make you feel better every single day. The idea of fragrances kasi is like the idea of drinking coffee in the morning or wearing makeup for girls, diba? Or guys. And it makes them feel complete every single day. Even when it's not really a part of them, it really is something that could help them go through and be more confident and feel like themselves. So that's the goal of Pete and Alia. And no matter what product we will be selling soon, wink wink, it will always direct towards the idea that being your best self. That's really important.
Okay, that's really nice. So we also heard that Pete and Alia was helping farmers from a percentage of your proceeds, no? From the perfumes. Can you further discuss to us how you helped them and what inspired you in doing such an act?
Okay, so how we help them? Mainly through donations. So a part of our proceeds go to our local farmers, and over time we also sort of um, increase this as we earn more money as well.
Yeah.
And we also, the most important thing about this, I would think, is to be able to inform our viewers, because the more customers we have or the more viewers we have, then the more a bigger
Audience.
platform we
Yeah.
have,
Mm-hmm.
and that means that we can reach out to more people who
So
can
we have the
help
power to
other
inspire
people.
other people. But I want to touch up on the idea of how do we increase the amount of donation. No? So aside from the fact that we're selling more right now, so which of course increases the percentage, we also increase the mismong percentage because over time, um, given that we're doing better every single month, nagiging mas maluwag na yung mga ano namin, what they call this overhead expenses, like of course our
Yeah.
website and stuff like that. So we are now able to give more room for donations. So nilalakihan namin yung percentage. And over time, hopefully, we're able to give more than we're giving today. So right now, what we're really focusing is being able to inform. So kahit na we're giving only little, we're informing others through sometimes pub mats on like, for example, the importance of supporting our rice farmers. Ganun. Like that one post that actually blew up on how much a kilo of rice versus the cup of rice that you buy from the restaurant. So it's actually comparable. So
Ayun.
ayun.
What is the second half of the question?
What was the second half of the question?
Yung what inspired you na gawin to?
Oh, because because our product is the rice-based solid perfume. So sabi namin, it would be like robbing them of the credit kasi.
Tama.
Right? So we said we have to give back the sovereignty to the farmers.
So it's nice seeing someone, some entrepreneurs actually giving back. May mga businesses pa pala dyan na, ayun nga, inspired na mag-give back dun sa mga people na tumutulong sa kanila. Through the course of your business, how do you think the views of people regarding sustainability has changed over the years?
Okay, so this is one of my favorite topics because it's sometimes misconceptualized, the idea of sustainability. Okay, the very concept of sustainability is always like a cycle. What you get is what you give back. This goes with anything, your mental health, your financial status, eco-friendliness. So all of it has a sustainability. Like I said, it all started with my financial sustainability, but over time also became something about eco-friendliness as well. So I'm sure today we're talking about eco-friendliness, no? So the idea of sustainability in terms of eco-friendliness, I'm glad. First of all, I want to say I'm glad more businesses are into the idea of sustainability and being eco-friendly. But I don't think a lot of people understand exactly what it takes. Kasi, kunyari, for example, a bigger brand were to release like a paper product, suddenly many people are already like praising it. Yes, paper may be kinder to the earth than plastic, but when you're a bigger company, it takes more than just paper for you to call yourself eco-friendly. Kasi even paper can become not eco-friendly when it's abused. That's the idea. But since we're here in this talk today, I want to address the idea that as much as possible, kung anong alam nyo at your reach, do it. If you can use paper more than plastic, do it. But then if your product requires plastic, don't like force yourself na hindi kaya. One way or another, you will find another way to become more eco-friendly to combat that. And the idea is, as much as possible lang talaga, that we can be eco-friendly and spread the news of eco-friendliness and sustainability that way. Because in reality, if you're a small company, your work will only matter when more people see it or more people take part in the journey. So it's very important, the idea of being able to spread the news, ganun, and really take into consideration lang talaga the size of your company and every single thing. So, if your question is, should I start kasi hindi ako eco-friendly right now? Just start it. As you go along, you will also earn money. Yes, you will find ways, and then you will also earn money. So, kasi being sustainable and eco-friendly is not cheap talaga. It's a lot more expensive. So you have to really take those into consideration. And how can you empower people when you are not powerful yourself yet? So just start and then figure things out along the way. People will forgive you if you make a mistake, but then be sure to be sorry if you do make a mistake and just move on.
Okay, so parang yung takbo ng interview natin ngayon is not just to inspire other people, but it's also to enlighten those businesses na they are having this strong perception of what a sustainable business is actually, o ano talaga yung sustainable business. So, ayun, so since we're still on the topic of sustainable business, what do you think is the future for the sustainable business ngayon? And what do you want, follow up dun is, what do you want or what do you hope the future will be for your sustainable business?
Okay, I'm hoping we're going the right direction talaga, no? Kasi sustainability, okay, I don't like the idea of greenwashing kasi. And as much as we agree that you should be marketing the idea that you are a green company because it helps inform people that they're making the right choices. But then some companies talaga, they do it tas parang they're just greenwashing, they're not really doing their job as an eco-friendly company. So I'm hoping over time, given our power and all the other businesses that are watching, that we are able to inspire others and really find new ways to become more eco-friendly. Because over time, malalaos na rin yung idea of brown paper packaging, and we really need to innovate ways so that it could also be more aesthetic or more up to date yung itsura, or simply just new ways para hindi tayo pare-parehas ng itsura din altogether. Kasi it would be a lot easier to be eco-friendly when there are a lot of choices or there are more ways to do it that are more attractive. So that way people will not be forced to choose the not eco-friendly route. To be easy. You know what I mean? Like, I hope I sound right. Like, it makes sense.
So, medyo nagigets ko naman. It makes sense naman din. Follow up din after, no? What can you say dun sa mga merong business na tinitignan nila yung sustainable business as a risk? Parang yung idea ng sustainable business is piniview nila as a risk that they're not willing to take.
First, I never really considered the idea that going into a sustainable business is a risk because as of now, parang uso na uso talaga siya, especially right now that many people are woke. Pero gone into the business, there are many days that we were like, if we were not eco-friendly, then we'd have this choice. But of course, it's always a constant struggle lang talaga. So right now, people watching, no, now you know. Now you know. When you enter this business, you're going to be like, sayang, maganda to kaya lang plastic. Sayang, pero kasi ganito, ganyan. So, that's the risk na totoo. Pero if you're worried that people are not gonna buy your product, don't be. Always remember in marketing, it's not about your ads, kung paano kaganda sila or something. It's always about finding the need and then answering it. If there's a need, there are people who will buy your product for sure.
Since nandito tayo sa part ng interview na to, I'm sure a lot of our viewers are inspired na ngayon to start a business just like yours. So is there something that you want to tell those who want to pursue the same kind of business as you?
Just do it.
Just do it. Yeah. You know what?
Just do
She
it.
read my mind. That's literally what I was about to say. I was waiting for her to say it because it's really what you learn talaga. You just do it because you're never going to be ready. If you think you will have a perfect product by the end of, say, August, and then you want to release it right after, no. No, that's not gonna happen. You're gonna have more ideas and it's just gonna be cluttered in your brain. It's not gonna happen. You just have to start it right now. And then, improve your product along the way. You can see our first post versus our posts today. Ang layo ng itsura nila. So you will really see that the company evolves, and I'm sure this goes well with all the other businesses out there. If you're just talking about aesthetics, you're gonna find it throughout, I'm sure, because what you're thinking right now, you think it's pretty, no? But in reality, it's probably boring once you start out. Kasi iba pa yung kunyari, if you're a content creator versus, for example, you are a business owner, the way the aesthetic of two things will differ pa. Like the way an influencer does their contents versus how a company does their contents look different. And while you know how to make beautiful pictures using your phone, it's not the same when you're going into a company. So those things you kind of just have to learn throughout the journey. We can talk about our secrets all we want, but it will not translate in your minds the same way as the way we say it if you don't have the experience. You have to just do it.
I think it's the same as when teachers say na, sige tuturuin ko to sa inyo, pero kailangan yung gawin. Kasi kung hindi nyo ginawa, hindi nyo magigets.
Hindi nyo talaga magigets. So, ayun. So, our advice is really just to start and take notes and be updated talaga. And if in business, we will call it woke na rin. Just be woke with what's up
Woke
in the
with
world.
the trends.
Yeah, woke with the trends.
Okay, so I agree with that talaga kasi yun nga. You will never get your success once you don't start with the first step of entering this business.
I hope this interview is not just parang dramatic lovey-dovey, no? I hope we're actually giving vital information na, Pete and Alia is not a perfect company. We don't want to say na talagang, while as much as possible, we want to seem pristine online. We want to show the truth that there are days we make mistakes also talaga. So please do not be afraid to start.
Okay, so ayun, thank you very much. Sobrang sarap sa feeling na makakita ng business na nag-grow mula sa passion. And ayun nga, dahil sa passion na yun, you also have this inspiration to give back to others, to those people that helped you and your business grow. So ayun, thank you very much, Chance and Bridge, for sharing us with your experiences about handling a sustainable business. It has inspired me and for sure our viewers. So if you have anything that you want to promote, now is the time.
Okay, so hello guys. Thank you for watching till the end. So we are so inspired right now and happy. If you want to support our business, Pete and Alia, you just go onto Instagram at pete.alia. And then we also have our website, peteandalia.com. So
yes, and if you want to make a purchase, you can use the site or you can go to shopee.ph/pete.alia. And don't forget to post us or post on our IG stories if you want to use our stickers and everything.
Yeah, we have IG stickers also. So if you guys want to check it out, just type Pete and Alia and then lalabas lahat ng mga stickers referring to our brand. So yeah, it's been a blessing being able to chat with you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So once again, thank you, Chance and Bridge. And this has been Agri with the Agripreneurs.
Thank
you for
Thank you.
having us.
Thank you very much. For this episode, I truly learned a lot. Like, let's not forget that no matter what you achieve, you always have to give back. And in terms of eco-friendliness, taking care of the earth will soon help us be sustainable. Also, even though you're achieving a lot already, you should always remember to stay humble, because there is no true success, and there is a lot of room for you to achieve more goals. All you have to do is just keep going, and that is the key to success. Lastly, business is not all about ads or being exposed. It's also about finding the needs of the people and answering it. So at the end of the day, always remember, just go out there and just do it. Take that first step, start that business, take that risk, because the pain along the way will be worth it. So once again, this has been Agri with the Agripreneur, inspiring entrepreneurial stories you should hear. Thank you for tuning in and see you on the next episode. Bye! Thank you for tuning in. Now we would like to use this opportunity to thank our following sponsors. UPLB Mass. The UPLB Mathematical Sciences Society is now accepting interns for the second semester, academic year 2020 to 2021. This is open to UPLB students from the following programs: PS Applied Mathematics, PS Computer Science, PS Mathematics, MSMST, major in Math, and BS Statistics. For inquiries, contact Piolo Gaspar on Messenger or at 0965 438 2265. Phil Via Ciencia, the UPLB Life Sciences Society. As an academic organization, Phil Via Ciencia, the UPLB Life Sciences Society, actively takes part in disseminating information regarding vaccination in the context of the pandemic. As the Filipinos' vaccine hesitancy reaches at its peak, the organization aims to ease the public's worries about vaccines. In the latest update of Philobay Ciencia's Vacuna Matata series, the organization researched and compared four of the leading vaccines against COVID-19. Be sure to visit their social media pages for more updated and relevant information.